Hey, DigiFoxhead here, welcoming you to Tutorial Tuesday. Today I'm going to show you how to do a simple line art and simple coloring on Photoshop Elements. Now, just a note, I do use a Wacom small tablet. Alright, so we have me, and that's my sketch here, as I would look in Adventure Time. So I'm using Fiona as a reference, and here's how we're going to do line art. So for the sketch, I sketch in either red or blue because it's easier to see for the line art. And over here on effects, I have it on visibility. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ghost the sketch I have. And then I'm going to come over, make a new layer, change my colors to black and white. Come over here to the pen, and I have it on 3 for the size. So you can see here, I've got it on basic brushes, and it's on size 3. So I'm going to zoom, I'm going to hit the 1.1 zoom, which makes it 100%, and I just zoom in till about like 600. That way I got a good view of my lines, 700, whatever you like. And then I take with my brush, and I'm just going to trace over the sketch, basically, to make the line art. Alright, here, so color in the eye here. And you just basically want to keep going. Let's get the ear over here. Now I'm going to zoom out again so you can see. On Fiona here, her hair is outlined in a dark golden brown because she's blonde. So we're going to do the same. I'm going to get a nice dark brown here because I got brown hair. And I'm going to zoom back in. And I'm just going to trace the hair with the dark color and then go back to the black for the rest of the hit. And as you can see, it's okay to do the same lines on the same layer for the line art. You'll have to merge them anyways, otherwise you can have problems. So I'm going to continue the line art, and I'll see you for the next step. Okay, so we've got our line art finished here. So now I'm going to come over here to where it says layers, and I'm going to hit the sketch one, this little eyeball by it, and it's just going to hide that. So now we just have the line art. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. Here is our line art. And I did her a little clip in her hair gray on the line art so that you can see it when it's black a little bit better. So what we're going to do is I'm still on the sketch layer. We're going to make a new layer. And then I'm going to take our eyedrop tool or the point sampler. I'm going to come over here to Fiona. I'm just going to sample her skin tone. Now what I like to do is we'll zoom in here again. About the same zooming as we had before. And we're going to take our paintbrush and we're just going to make it to about 9. What I like to do is I like to kind of come in and on our new layer, we're just going to color in, going around the line art, and color in the skin tone. Now you can do, so I'm going to zoom out and get a big brush just to show you. Let's do about 28. And I'm going to show you here on the arm of what you can do. You can just go in and just color it like this, like scribble in the color lines, and then you can zoom in, take your eraser tool, and just erase the outside part that you don't need. I find this to be more tedious because then what happens if you mess up and you don't erase it all? You're going back and fixing and fixing. So I'm just going to undo all of that. And like I said, you can always have some fixing, but we'll just kind of come in. You can even use a bigger brush if you want for filling, but I'd like to go about a 9 to 12 depending on the size of the area, and just kind of come in and color in like you would with colored pencils or anything. You're just zooming in so you've got a better, tighter curve to go for. And spaces like this, you use your brush and just get, so like this little tiny corner here with the hair, I've got a 3 and I just kind of coloring in, and you just color in basically. So I'm going to finish the skin tone and then I'll see you for the next step. Alright, so I finished up the skin here, and what I did is I went ahead and I got samples of the colors I'm going to be using for the rest of her, just so it's easier. So I've got a gray for the shoes, blue for the jeans, I'm going to have a green tank top because green's my favorite color, and my brown hair. So what I'm going to do is on the same layer as the skin, let's zoom in here again. I'm just going to show you what happens. Now, well, let me back up here. So when I have a lot of colors I'm using, or I don't want that many layers, what I do is I put multiple colors on a layer. So like the skin tone here, I can do the clip in the hair, the jeans, or I could even do the shoes and not do the jeans. What you want to do is not have your colors touching. I'm going to show you what happens when you have the colors touching. So I'm going to zoom in here with the green for the shirt, and I'm going to show you what happens. Say I wanted to, let's make this smaller. So I'm doing the line art and I scribble like that, and I want to take erase. Okay, now I have to go back with the skin tone and get it. You can't erase very well just for a simple thing like that. So that's why you want to do the colors that aren't touching. So I'm going to zoom out again, and let's grab the blue for the pants, and again, same thing. Just zoom in and color it in. I do kind of an outline of it first, so I get an outline going like this, and I do all of this, and then I take a bigger brush, about like size 28, and I just come in and fill in like this around the line art of the color. And I just keep going until I've got all the colors that I think I can possibly put in one layer done, and then I go on to the next step. Okay, so here we have this layer finished. I'm going to show you, this is all that we have. So we've got the skin, we've got the hair clip, and we've got the jeans. So we're going to make another layer, and we're going to do everything else. Basically, this one's real easy. You can do it in like 2 layers. So again, pick your color, zoom in, and start coloring. Lather, rinse, and repeat, basically. And I'm going to show you here, so I'm going to make a little mistake. Now, if you go to erase, you still have your skin tone. It's as easy as that to make it simple and easy and not so frustrating. And I'll see you for the next step. Okay, so I'm ready to do the hair, and I want to show you how I do the hair. I take a size 3 brush, and I go in and I'm going to color in basically all of these little tip areas first, to where it gets whiter, where I do more than 1 or 2 strokes and complete it. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to get this one. And what this does is just makes it easier, and then not having to switch brushes every time I got to come to that space or do a lot of cleaning. It just makes it easier for coloring purposes to do it this way. And then right here, we'll do the same because it's a tip. And I'm going to show you, it can make it look a little funny and maybe give you an idea for tipping if you want to do like bleach tips. And so I'm going to finish coloring this in. So basically, I'm going to go back and I'm going to make my brush about 12 stroke, maybe, to finish this off. And I'll see you when I have it all finished for the next step. Here we are, all done. So next step would be, we'll come down here to the layer with Fiona and the colors, and we're just going to delete that layer, and there we go. Now my final touches would be to take the crop tool and kind of crop it down so we just have me, my drawing, and not all this extra stuff. To crop it down, and then if you want to have a background that is transparent, sorry, I lost my train of words there. Make your background layer into layer 0 so it's not locked, and we take and select all of the layers, merge the layers together, take our paintbrush, come up here, make sure pattern is not clicked, come up to mode, change the mode to clear, and click around the white, and now you have a transparent layer. And that's how you do basic coloring and line art in Photoshop. I'll see you tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday.